take you through a couple of simple yoga exercises for new mothers designed to take the strain off the shoulders, which often occurs with people who are caring for babies, and particularly with carrying them and feeding them. It's really important to be aware of your back, both your lower back and indeed your upper back, which is what we're looking at today, when you're looking after a baby. Often mothers nurse their babies, either rocking them or feeding them here, and they tend to round in the shoulders and slouch in the upper back. To prevent yourself doing this, get yourself a good nursing cushion to rest the baby on in your lap, whether they're feeding or sleeping or whatever they're doing, to bring them a little bit closer to you, stops you hunching over them. The same with changing their nappies. It's always worth changing them on a proper changing table or on something that's the same height as you, even if it's putting a towel down on the sofa while you kneel on the floor, so you don't have to crouch and round over them. Those preventative measures will help you stop getting into trouble in the first place. These exercises will help relieve the strain when it happens, which inevitably it will. So the first one, we're going to look at opening up the shoulders and the chest. We can do some little exercises with the shoulders. You can do some shrugs and some circles. Those are quite nice. You can go forwards and backwards, but it's the backwards that we're really looking at here. You can do some circles touching your fingertips to your shoulder. If you have actual shoulder problems that isn't just strain, but you have an injury or a joint problem, then you probably don't want to be doing this. So we can loosen up the shoulder joint like that. And that also, when we talk about the shoulders, I'm not really just talking about this, I'm talking about all the muscle which comes right back into the neck and will cause strain and tension headaches where the muscle meets the back of your neck and your skull. So we're now going to do a namaste to reverse namaste. And we're starting off in a prayer position. And we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, you're going to swim as if you're doing a breaststroke, opening the arms out until they get behind your body. Now at this point, you may wish to clasp your wrists or even just catch your fingers. If you're even less flexible, you might want to get a strap or a belt or a piece of cloth or a muslin to grasp between your two hands, but hopefully you can actually make some kind of contact between your hands. Ultimately, as we build up, continuing to do this on a daily basis, we want to build into a reverse namaste, so the hands will actually be in a namaste position behind the back. But that takes flexibility, and we're not going to get there from day one. So once the hands are behind the back, you can then take another breath in, and on the out breath, release them, swim them round to the front, and draw them back to the chest. Do a couple of these as a continuous flow with no pause. So breathing in, out and around, catch to the back, breathe in, out and around, into the front. Breathing in, out, stretch around, catch at the back, breathing in, stretch around to the front, roll the shoulders back and rest here. You can also take a pause at the back, which helps to open up the chest. So breathing in, out, pushing the arms around, and we catch into the back or go into the reverse prayer pose, and take some breaths here. It helps sometimes if you roll your shoulders back and give yourself that space. Make sure that your shoulders aren't creeping up to your ears. Make sure you're sitting tall, that your weight is in your sit bones. And then take a breath in and out and back again. Another really nice exercise to help with that upper back can be done lying down. If you take yourself resting your soles on the floor and lying on your back, your feet can be quite a way away from your body, there's no need for them to be close, wherever's comfortable. And you can cross your arms across your body in a hug, and if you have a small baby, you can lie them on your stomach and hold them here. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, roll the shoulders back, and what you're aiming for is to try and flatten the upper body across the floor. And then relax. And flattening towards the floor, you'll probably find your weight is balanced quite close to your spine, so what you're trying to do is uncurl yourself to flatten that upper back. A variation of this you could also perform with your hands in prayer pose. Practice these regularly. The key is to keep going over the exercises just a little bit, just do them a few times every day, a couple of times a day, when you feel a twinge, or preferably before you feel a twinge. And you'll find that what happens is that you're releasing your upper back, and you'll start to feel more comfortable.